a favorite must-see stop for many people at the State Fair is always to stop in to see the Super Bowl. And this year, the Super Bowl is Dream On, and its owner is Kirk Brandt from Corning. Kirk, thanks so much for talking with us here for a few minutes.
Thank you.
So you said this was kind of always on your bucket list?
It was. Being a farmer all my life and having cattle and coming to the State Fair for the last 20 years, it's just, like you say, everybody comes to see it, and it's like, if I ever had an animal big enough to do that, why, we'd give it a shot, so we did.
So when did you start kind of thinking, well, maybe Dream On is going to be my entry into the big bull competition?
I actually sold this guy as a calf to a neighbor, a good friend of mine, and he always told me he was getting really big, and a year ago, when he took him to the vet once, he had him weighed, and he weighed 29.50. And then he turned him out with the cows, and I said, well, how much longer are you going to keep him? He said, well, after this year, he's getting so big, I'm gonna sell him. So light bulb went off, and it's like, I'm going to buy him back. So I went and bought him back, and he really hasn't done anything since last October, but just eat, sleep, and drink. So.
And for people who aren't familiar with like anything about cattle and how it all works, talk about just keeping enough food around for him to maintain his weight.
Well, when I had silage this winter, it wasn't any problem. He just ate all he wanted, and then silage pile ran out and grass came on. Well, then it got so hot, he just decided in May and June he didn't want to eat anything. And so I just kept trying special feeds and found one he finally decided he'd want to eat again, and he went back to eating about a month ago.
So then how does the process work when you come in for the weigh-in, or how does that final stage of the competition work?
Opening day, we're to be in place by 10 o'clock, and we were staged right in this barn. There were 7 of us, and we waited until about 6 o'clock, and they load us all back up on the pickups, and we drive into the pavilion, circle, unload the bulls, take them and weigh them, and then go back out. And then the winner, whenever you find out who the winner is, they take you back in and you do a victory lap leading the bulls. So they all have to be halter broke, which is really kind of the hard part. There's a lot of big bulls out there, but not a lot of them are halter broke.
Right, not very happy to just walk around in a circle quietly. So what was the moment like then when you heard your name and that you were the winner?
Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of people in the pavilion. It's really pretty full, and it was pretty awesome. We've showed cattle up here and had some winning experiences, but that was probably the biggest cheer when they found out he was the winner that we've heard. So.
And his weight now is at what?
3,050.
And how close were the next competitors on that?
Pretty close. 66 pounds was the next closest.
So what has it been like to kind of sit here and be able to see all the people come up and just take it all in and see just how big he is?
If I could have $1 for every photo, I could pay for all the feed he's ever ate. But it's been a lot of fun. You know, a lot of the urban people come up and say, well, I've got a silly question. I tell them there is no such thing as a silly question. So I told somebody this morning, it's been really good for the rural and urban communities to come together, and because let's face it, when some people walk around and they go, I mean, their mouth stays open for a long time. It's been really awesome.
Yeah. Any thoughts on competing in future years, or advice for others who might be saying, I think I might have one that could enter? Any advice for them?
If they've got one, I would definitely recommend it. I'm a one and done guy. It's been a lot of fun, but it's off the bucket list now. But I would recommend it to anybody. We've done the Governor's Steer show, and it was a lot of fun, and so I wouldn't not recommend it to anybody. If you got a chance, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Well, we sure appreciate your time today, and good luck with the rest of your time here at the fair.
Thank you very much.